From the pistol, they run it with Murray. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson staying on his feet. Past the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a give. This is Murray. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. The defense stands tall, and they're going to hold on to their 8-6 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Tyus Bowser able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Burrow going for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
4 yards down the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Bengals 16-yard line.
A handoff. It's Murray. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. From the gun, Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They go play action with Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Back to throw here. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Six the score after 1. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Breaks through the contact. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him
in. On 3rd down, Jackson dancing to his left. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. On 1st down, Murray. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd down and 8. Jackson now off the bootleg. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. Down right around the 25. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They'll run with Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now they're going option play on third down. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was fourth down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able. Get the third down conversion.
First down, Cincinnati.
Gun. Cut. Ladies.
handoff to Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Now they go play action now. Burrow. He's going to take another shot here. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. First down. Here's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Drew Sample there to make the grab. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The field goal we just saw has us now at a one-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 78 yards. And the Bengals use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Throwing, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens cut into that lead. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a one-score game with a two-point conversion. And they will get back to within one score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the fourth. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up. 4
touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Jackson. Forced out to his left. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Now Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Fights him off, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 3rd down, Dobbins. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Jackson to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Mike Hilton. Now the ball comes loose. And the Ravens come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statistician.